Fear is a personal thing, a private nightmare. But what if, on an ordinary night, the same nightmare jumped from one person's mind and materialized for several others at the same time in different places? What if people who didn't know each other, with nothing in common, began to describe, with identical details, the same impossible creature? This isn't the plot of a horror movie. It's exactly what happened in Dover, Massachusetts in the spring of 1977. This is the case of a collective encounter with the unexplained, the case of the Dover Demon. It all began on the night of April 21st. Bill Bartlett, a 17-year-old, was driving down Farm Street with two friends. It was a clear night. Suddenly, his headlights illuminated something crouching near a stone wall by the roadside. Bill slammed on the brakes. What he saw made no sense. A creature about 3 feet tall with a large oblong head, no visible nose, ears, or mouth, but the eyes were huge, glowing, and a hypnotic orange. The body was thin with long, slender limbs, and its hands and feet seemed like claws. The skin was rough, like sandpaper, a color between brown and beige. The thing turned, and its orange eyes reflected the headlights. Then, with inhuman agility, it leaped onto the stone wall, scaling it on all fours, and disappeared into the forest darkness. Bill was in shock. His friends in the car had also seen it. They agreed not to tell anyone. Who would believe them? But the story didn't end there. The next night, April 22nd, 15-year-old John Baxter was walking home from a friend's house. Crossing a wooded area, he spotted a figure in the distance leaning against a tree. Thinking it was a friend, he called out. The figure didn't answer. Then it moved. It began walking toward him. In the twilight, John saw the same description: large head, glowing orange eyes, skinny body, and long limbs. Fear took hold of him. He started walking backwards, and the creature followed him. Then he ran. Arriving home breathless, he told his parents. They thought it was his imagination. However, on the same day, 2 more witnesses came forward. Will Taintor, 18, and his girlfriend, Abby Brabham, 15, were driving through the same area when they saw a strange figure crouched in the middle of the road, lit by their headlights. Will described exactly the same glowing orange eyes and oblong head. He had time to stop the car and observe the creature, which then fled into the bushes. Abby confirmed everything. 4 youths, 2 separate incidents, 1 single monster. The Dover police were called. The reports were so consistent and the witnesses so credible, all teenagers from good families, no history of problems, that the officers took it seriously. A search was organized. Sniffer dogs were used. Nothing was found. No convincing footprints, no fur, no physical evidence. Only the accounts, cold and detailed, that fit together perfectly. Theories, of course, emerged. An unknown animal, a juvenile mouflon? But no known animal has orange eyes that glow in the dark like that, or a head without facial features. An escaped primate? There were no reports from zoos or labs in the area. An elaborate prank? Unlikely, given the short time between sightings and the lack of connection between the witnesses. Bill Bartlett himself, years later, would draw a picture of the creature that is frighteningly detailed and identical to the other witnesses' descriptions. The Dover demon phenomenon falls into the realm of urban cryptids, mysterious creatures that appear near civilization. But what makes it unique is its credibility and its brevity. The creature was seen intensely for 48 hours and then never again. There were no more sightings in Dover. It was as if a portal opened briefly and something escaped, only to be pulled back. The terror of this case is not in an attack or a violent threat. It is in the deep shaking of reality. How can something that doesn't exist be seen by multiple people independently? What does that say about the nature of perception? Could it be that under certain conditions, a kind of mass hysteria can project such a vivid and specific image? Or did something really walk through the woods of Dover for 2 days? Something that didn't belong here. The Dover demon was never explained. It remains one of the most well-documented and disturbing supernatural encounter cases precisely because it is so contained, so clean in its strangeness. It is a reminder that the world still holds corners where the impossible decides to show its face, and that sometimes the most genuine fear is the one shared by strangers under the same night sky, staring into the same orange eyes that shouldn't exist.